Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NHPI. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I will say that after today's price movement, from a presentation standpoint, this chart is pretty tricky to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean? Well, if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought somewhere up around there and you wanted to sell within 15 minutes after buying, well then yeah, for you the chart looks pretty bad. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, then I get it. From the highs, the price did pull back quite a bit today. But from the grand scheme of things, the price still has plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. And as long as you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. I'm going to be talking about and commenting from a big picture type viewpoint. So if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you probably had some sort of day trader or flipper perspective going into this. And really it all revolves around, and if you've watched my past videos on this, you've heard this spiel before, but let me just add a little bit more context to things. And by no means am I saying this is what's going to occur, but let's just take more of a drastic situation. Let's say that the price actually pulls all the way down here to 0.0165. Again, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just trying to prove a point here about how bullish the chart actually still is. So let's say the price actually does come down here, behaves in that manner, and then starts to work its way back upwards. Emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you still have? Well, you'd have a big old set of lows right here. You'd have some lows right there. You'd have some lows right there. You'd have these lows down there. If you picture each one of those as stair steps, then from the big picture, what do you have? Well, you have big picture stair steps very, very clearly still progressing in the upwards direction. And again, it's very clear, and this all assumes that the price actually continues to pull back that much further, which by no means is a guarantee to happen, but that just really shows how bullish the overall chart still is. Again, I'm well aware, if you're a day trader flipper and you bought up there, then yeah, you don't care about these stair steps, but that's why I try to offer up a disclaimer that I would be commenting from a grand scheme perspective. So sure, today the price pulled back, but stop and think about that word, today, as in 1 day. Looking at multiple days, which is what we're doing here, you can see the price still has plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. So let's see if the bulls can get that job done or not. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.